How was Selection Monday hearing Alabama announced as a number one seed?
Yeah, pretty exciting. We were confident going into the selection show that we had done enough to obviously at least secure a number two seed, but we felt that with our resume, the number of top 50 wins, the number of top 25 wins we had, we knew we had a pretty decent shot at a number one seed, and so getting that, hearing our names called was pretty exciting. And now we're ready for Jackson State, and excited for that game on Friday.
Of course, you guys got together last year to hear your name called going to the NCAA tournament. Does it just strike you as a difference in emotion from hearing last year, hey, we're in, versus now, hey, we are the number one seed?
Yeah, I kind of like this year better going into the show, knowing that you're already in and just waiting which seed you are. But now last year was cool because I don't know, just a super stressful time, right? I mean, you're walking in there, and it really could have gone either way last year, and so it's just kind of a different kind of excitement, a different kind of emotion, more of I don't know, a relief, I guess. Getting in. This year was, just different because we knew we had a spot locked in, and now it's just a matter of how high that seed was. So both of them exciting, but just kind of different, I guess, levels of stress.
Well, this past week for the Crimson Tide, a time in Pensacola, Florida at the SEC tournament, just what were your main takeaways from the play we saw from your team in 3 games?
Yeah, clearly the competitor in us, wanted to walk away from Pensacola with another trophy. We wanted to kind of I don't know, not kind of we wanted to win the tournament. Obviously, we went down there with the intention of winning. I thought we played well in the 3 games. Just kind of ran out of steam at the end. It was I don't think it was a bad performance by our part, but South Carolina had a good game plan. They sat in. They were difficult to break down, and just we weren't sharp enough, weren't quite good enough on the day. Still had some chances, still had a lot of the ball, a lot of territory, which we value. But just not enough quality to get the job done. But certainly don't want that to take away from anything that we've done this season. Our team has been incredible all year long. I think we'd won 14 games in a row prior to that. Obviously, swept the regular season 10-0. Won the Iron Bowl, won the SEC West. Smashed, a lot of different school records. And so we certainly have a lot to hang our hat on and be proud about. And so certainly don't want that to sour the season at all.
And of course, you and I have talked so much this season about all the goals that have been scored, but how about the defense? Starting with McKinley Crone, what she's been able to do. She was named the SEC All Tournament team. Sasha Pickard as well. And then obviously Raina Reyes has made such an impact this year on the back line.
Yeah, absolutely. And, because of how good our attack has been, the defense has been a little bit overshadowed. But I mean, you look at, I mentioned some of our school records that we've smashed, and, our goals against average and shutouts, and all those records have been broken too, but just hasn't been talked about probably enough. These last couple of weeks, I think we've been trying to bring it up a bit more. But yeah, our defending in general, and when we talk about our attack or our defense, we try not to single out specific positions, because ultimately, all 11 players on the field at any given time are attackers when we have the ball, and we're all defending when we don't. So it really kind of starts with that front line and that press that we do, and the midfielders stepping up, and of course the back line. So but you certainly gotta make sure that those backs, and even Macy Clem as a holding midfielder, and Kinley Crone as a goalkeeper, they've done an incredible job for us all year long, and keeping the ball out of the net and limiting opponents' chances.
And McKinley as well. She's getting some recognition for some of the great aerial attacks she's had trying to stop some goals. Are you always impressed with how when she gets airborne, the kind of plays she can make?
Yeah, absolutely. I've always thought McKinley's kind of best attributes are just her calmness and her composure. I mean, she does not get rattled, which keeps our team in front of her, calm and composed. And so, just her comfort level on the ball, her connection to the back line, her voice, her organizing, all of that stuff is what I've always been really impressed with. But these past few weeks, she's made big saves when we needed them. She's kept us in games, and she's been playing her at her highest level that I've seen, and that's exactly what you want this time of year. When we're going into going into the NCAA tournament, you want your players playing at their best, and there's no doubt, McKinley's at her best right now.
Well, this year he gets to be at home for the NCAA tournament to get it going against Jackson State after last year going on the road to Clemson, getting a big win there. Just what kind of difference does it make being at home for these NCAA tournament matches in the early rounds, hopefully? And then what can you tell us about Jackson State?
Yeah, I think it's huge. Obviously we've been very good at home. I think it's been well over a year since we've lost at home. Perfect at home this year. We've had some incredible crowds that, without question, have helped us win a couple games that we won this year. So from a crowd standpoint and just the environment is going to be awesome. Another thing that I look at is, man, we were just on the road for 8 straight days in Pensacola, which was awesome. But at the same time, it's nice to be back home, sleeping in our beds. Our players able to go to school, get back in a normal routine. So that's going to be nice. We had another road trip earlier this year where we were in Miami for 5 days. We were in Utah for 7 days. So I think we're excited to just be home and and like I said, get back into normal routine. So that'll be great. As for Jackson State, like any opponent we've played this year, our focus, our emphasis is going to be on us and not about our opponent. So, no disrespect to Jackson State, but it's the same when we played South Carolina or Arkansas or Tennessee or anyone else. Our focus is on us, and we feel that if we're good at what we do, our press, our hunt, our transition, our movement, our activity off the ball, all of those things that we stress, day in and day out. If we're good in those areas, I like our chances Friday.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing Alabama against Jackson State as the Crimson Tide begins its run in the NCAA tournament. Coach Hart, just thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we'll be doing this for the next several weeks, talking about more Crimson Tide soccer ahead. But best of luck. Thank you again.
Awesome, man. Roger, I appreciate you all year long, and roll Tide.